me in the rain. 1, 2, 3, you're too blind to see. 4, 5, 6, 8, I'm taking the risk. 7, 8, 9, I just follow the line. 10, kiss me in the rain. Children, we're just children. Children, we're just children. Play with me, I'll play with you. I just want us to be true. Tell me that you love me too. Or just give me a clue. Give me a clue. We're just children. We're just children. Children, children.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from the Christmas break that SLR had. I hope everyone had a good Christmas and a good New Year's Eve and a good New Year's Day. We are in Japan, round 14. I am Wham, and joining by my side in the commentary booth, it is the man himself, Biggles. How you doing, Biggles?
I'm good, thank you, Sensei Wham. Good to be back, exactly. So the Christmas pudding and all that stuff is stuffed away, and it's time to fire up the engines and get racing again.
Of course, we got a couple months left, a few rounds left, and the Tier 4 is looking very spicy with Eversnacks leading the championship by 166 points, 4 being 20 points right behind, and Ocean Chief being in third. So the top 3 is spicing it up, to be honest. So I kind of wait what will happen in the next couple of rounds. And we also got in the chat to predict our top 3 quali. I don't like doing predictions, to be honest.
Top 3
in qualifying, yeah. So
yeah. Well, why stop the top 3? Let's go the whole top 10.
Exactly.
Well, let's see. Obviously, Ocean Chief and Thor, really, they're the ones that really kind of got to get a move on now, don't they? With really just a limited amount of racing to go, and you can't afford to let Eversnacks get too far away now.
Exactly. Eversnacks is looking very good in the championship standing, being first by 20 points away from 4. So 4 needs to step up and try to get many points as he can, more than Eversnacks, and fight for that championship battle. So now we have many drivers out on the track. I'm trying to find the first driver right now, and that is Dr. Arthur in the Williams, coming around in the last turn right now, and will be starting his time right about now. And unfortunately we didn't have a hot lap for today's stream. And I'm not really a fan of Japan, but you want to go down into 4th gear in turn 1. Go to about 6th or 7th gear if you want to risk it into the, I will say, zigzag turns of the Japanese track. Careful on the throttle and careful on the brakes, because you don't want to hit the curb and spin yourself out. And I believe it's turn 5. You don't want to go too wide on that turn, and into turn 6. Go into the 2nd sector, and Dr. Alpha does invalidate. So his time is removed. So now I need to find the next person, and I believe that is Curse, who's on the 2nd sector right now, doing his time for the Red Bull, the reserve driver for tonight, as Tild could not make it today. Let's see what time he's going to get for sector 2. Now he's about to cross that line, and it's a 112.8. Currently being the fastest driver on the grid. Now onto the last 2 turns. Sorry, 3 turns. Last turn right now. Gonna get that DRS activated, and he's gonna do a 129.6. Not bad time for Curse. Tony in 2nd with 131.3. And we have another Haas driver.
Well, he's going to be under attack at the moment from 2 drivers, actually, believe it or not. Both Ocean Chief and the Doctor are absolutely identical. Purple first sector, so...
Oh. Eversnax gets a 130.3 and gets down to 2nd. Whereas he with a 141. Oh gee, what a time. So Yankee with the fastest lap, 129.4. Puts himself into pole position for now.
Yes, super quick 3rd sector there from Snell Hankey. Same first sector time as Ocean Chief, but Ocean Chief dropped off a little bit in the middle sector here, so let's see if he can make it up. Not enough. Yeah, that was a pretty outstanding lap, you would have to say, at the moment from Snell Hankey. It's about 2/10 up at the moment there from Curse, but times are still tumbling as the track starts to gripping up. 12 minutes to go in qualifying.
Yeah, Ocean Ship gets himself into P3 with 130.065. As there's yellow flags on sector 2, I believe the Merc driver is there in the house bar. Yep, he is indeed. And I would believe 4 and Dr. Offer just set their times. Dr. Offer in 5th and 4 in 6th. So the times are now looking very close between I would say P3 and P7. Radius with a 131.5 on in 8th. And that is it.
We got a bit quicker again, first sector, so he's improved on that time. He knows where he can make, but he's got to make it up in the middle sector, I think, right now. That's where he's lost a little bit of the time, as the clouds are starting to come on a little bit too, so the track temperature is going to drop a little bit, believe it or not, towards the end of the session.
Yeah, Chivney being 300 of a second up on his time. Now he needs to nail that sector 3 perfectly to improve on his personal best, but he pits in. So I guess he doesn't want to worn out his soft tyres for the race, which is a good choice because the track, it doesn't favour the tyres wear at all.
That's why I was curious about the Haas strategy there. Oscar Antonio Rados, they've just gone out and done the mediums and they're inside the top 10, but we've still got a bunch of drivers that are yet to set lap times, so they may very well have to switch out and go back to softs. They want to be in that top 10.
Indeed, indeed. Yoda is trying to do the same thing, but he seems a bit slow on this track.
I don't think that was a competitive lap. It was about 8 seconds down the road.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about that.
He's done a big
Skin
lap time.
Tony with a 130.4, which gets him into 5th. on mediums. That's not a bad lap for medium tyres in qualifying. Oh, he spins and he crashes into the wall. Only losing a front wing.
Wow.
So he is super lucky to not lose a tyre there.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
now,
Well, there you go.
he
Whammy, congratulations. First commentator curse of the day, of the year.
Yep. Now he has to be careful going back to the pits so he doesn't get involved with other drivers and ruin the times. That's going to be a long way to go since like at the beginning of the track. On in sector 1. Eversnack's out on his out lap with Curse Snanky as well. Let's see. 4 isn't improving on his time. Radius invalidated with his lap time. Now they're doing another lap on the mediums. Watching Neo there, he seems a bit too careful in sector 1, which is understandable because you don't want to spin out. And I nearly cursed Neo Dio again. But he managed to save his car, which is a good thing. Oh yeah.
Just Vinny's crossing the line right now for the Ferrari and go right up to the top, second in the timesheets currently. Just 1 tenth down the road.
Match split as well against the 724, 129.9. So the Ferrari drivers are looking very good right now in the P2 and P4. Shakalaka retires from the session.
He's dropped it out of just before the catch out triangle.
Oh yeah, oh, his vehicle's literally in the middle of the track.
Yeah, there's a bunch of traffic there too.
Yes, so now everyone's shot is gonna be ruined because of that, since the vehicle wasn't ghosted. But Sanki's out lap, so now Sanki's doing in lap. Trying to improve on his pole position time and get away from Vinny, who's nearly 100th of a second behind him. And Vinny is just a reserve driver to date for the Ferrari.
Doing a pretty good job. And earn his paycheck as a reserve driver today if he can get that car on the front row.
Yep. Sanki improves only by 0.073 seconds and invalidates because he went too wide on the turn. But he does have Ocean right behind, who's a bit improving on his time by 0.056 seconds on the sector 1. When I was on sector 2, let's see if he's getting that slipstream by Sanki, but don't know if Sanki's slowing Ocean down.
Yeah, that's interesting. We'll see in the middle sectors because his first sector time was pretty good. His toe might very well pay off. We'll see what his top speed will be.
Yep, he's up nearly 200 of a second on sector 2. Now he just needs to nail sector 3 and hopefully that will improve with time. Nicely does it. He nearly loses control of the vehicle. Would that be enough? No. He stays in P5, but he does improve just a tiny bit.
I think the oversteer moment cost him a little bit of time as well.
Yeah, it might have.
Yeah, 16.9 third sector, 16.6 is where you need to be at.
Yep. We have 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining of the qualifying session. We have Leslie in P7, Eversack still in P6, which is a surprise in my opinion, that he's not in the top 3 yet.
You got Torkster still sitting in the pits there at the moment, the Swedish driver. There's Boosted Masses now decided to come up for his first qualifying run of the evening. So he's going to have to hook one up good enough soon because there's going to be a lot of time to get back in there and get back out again for another one.
Indeed, but we can see like the medium tires are not working out for Radius, Skintone and Nyandio in doing the qualifying. But I believe they're just saving up those soft tires for the race. Since, like I said before, the soft tires will worn out quite quickly on this track. But I have no idea what the weather will be.
Oh, I can tell you that, my friend. Oh, the weather gods up here in the commentary box. The booster goes a little bit too early coming out of that corner. Keeps it on track.
Yep. In the meantime, Ocean Chief
Yeah,
gets the ball.
overcast, mate. A bit overcast. So it could be, might be some rain, but I don't know. I'm not thinking. Definitely going to be a dry start to the race. I can tell you that. I think.
Well, we shall find out if it's going to rain or not. So it's going to be cloudy for the drivers, low, normal temperatures, but won't be high enough. So maybe the tires won't worn out that quick during the race. But yeah, Ocean Chief with a 129.459. So very close to his teammate, both the Alfa Romeos in P1 and P2, and it's looking good for them in the Constructors Championship.
Yeah, they're leading as well on 200 points. Leading over the McLaren team on 183 points, and just behind McLaren team is the Ferrari team on 179.
Yep. As Boosters gets the fastest sector 2. Is it Boost?
No.
Okay, so it's the game.
It's the spectator. It's 4 tenths down, sector 2.
And it does get some time in P8 on 130.2, which is not bad.
Yeah, Torx is still sitting in the pit, so I wonder if there's an issue. Drive up all the car.
Well, we all know about Torska that he always does his lap 5 minutes of the end of the qualifying.
Well, we got 3 minutes now, so he's got to get out.
Yeah, he has to get out unless he's late because of his work time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
As Eagle Ghost out there in the chat says, you need to eat. The drivers, the time difference there. Yeah, it is unfortunate, but it's going to be hard to cater for everybody. We've got all these gladiators in different parts of the world.
Yep, so myself and Eversnax know Eagle Ghost personally because we used to race in the league together, and in the league it was always at 20 PM EU time, but this is SLR. We start at different times in the 4 different tiers. So today we start at 19 Central Time, and then tomorrow we start at 19:30 Central Time. Then on Friday as well, 19:30, and then Tier 1 on Saturday, I believe, is 5:30 if I'm not mistaken.
Dr. Ufa right now is coming around the final corner. His personal bests here. Let's see if he pushes himself up in a P8 there for the Williams team. Yeah, imagine eating Meepo. Exactly. This glove, it's 1 o'clock when this starts for me, so it cuts into my lunchtime. I'll have lunch after. It's Vinny's improving a little bit in his first sector, so keep an eye on that Ferrari driver.
As we keep an eye on Vinny, I am a bit in shock today. Eversnax, P12.
Yes, that's completely cut us off. Good catch.
What has happened during Christmas?
Yeah, maybe he might have been eating too many of the Christmas treats. Oh, and just Vinny's backed off and said no.
Yeah. As Dr. Offer retires in the on track actually. I thought it was in the pit lane. So I believe
unless
he
it was
lost
a
it.
crash or lost it. Yeah, because you're not supposed to be. I think guys out there are away. You're not supposed to be retiring on track.
Yeah, Eversnack has crashed as well. Right after turn 1. And it's starting to rain.
Yeah, rain's coming down. I was just about to say.
I see the drops.
That's pretty much it. Anyway, I don't think anybody else is on a flyer now. And if they are, they're going to be in a bit of trouble.
You have 40 seconds left of qualifying, and it's raining, so there will be no point in doing the times.
That's the reason why you're seeing those retirements as well, because the drivers will, I think, have just come to realize that as well. That's why sometimes you can't wait to the very last moment, can you, with that weather looming on the horizon? So who was that caught out? Obviously, we know that Eversnax has definitely been caught out with this.
Yeah.
With his qualifying performance today.
So the only person left on the track is Ocean Chief and Skin Tony.
And Rados is on a hot lap now. I think he just started.
Yeah, it's just a waste of. Yeah, on swaps as well, it's just a waste. Touch
Yeah,
the
so
curb
no
and
traction.
spin. Yeah, Ocean Chief's not improving at all. 200 seconds down. So that's the grid then. Cursed in pole position. Ocean Chief in second, Snack in third. Vinny in fourth, Skinto in fifth. Zezzy in sixth, Max in seventh, Arthur in eighth, Wesley in ninth, and Boosted in 10th. So they will be starting. Well, we don't know if it's gonna be raining at the beginning, but if it's not, then we're gonna start on softs. And then the rest of the grid, we have 4 other snacks: Marius, Zombie Kebab, Neo Torsk, and Shakalaka. And they can choose whatever tire they want.
Yep, you can choose the inters if it's wet. The reason, well, we've just found out why. Eversnax is not up as high as his usual position because he's driving without the racing line. I believe he has been doing that more recently. I guess once again, he could afford to do that. I believe the last race. He could afford probably to do it in this race, but after that, he doesn't start improving the racing line. He may very well have to switch it back on to defend his championship, but hopefully he doesn't have to. I'd say it's good that you're not using less assists is a great way to become a better driver.
Indeed, it does. Now we've got Marius retires, so that is it for qualifying. There we go. So we have the pole in pole position. See what it did. With a 129.3, and then we have both Alfa Romeo drivers in second and third. And then it's Vinny, Skintoni, Leslie, Max, Alpha, Wesley, Boosted, 4 Eversnacks, Marius, Kebab, Neodio, Tosca, and Shakalaka. So now onto the race we shall go, and it looks like it's gonna be a dry start.
Yeah, Boom Shakalaka is back. Good on him.
Yep.
And also, if you guys haven't seen it out there, welcome along. Obviously in the chat there, we're reading it. Wamsley and myself always keep up with the chat. Unless the race is that cracking exciting, doesn't get a chance to take his eyes off the screen, off the game, then you might miss it. But I'm here to try to catch up on that. Also, what I was going to say is, if you haven't seen the fantastic World Championship you guys had the other day, that was great, wasn't it, mate?
Oh yes, we had the Nation Cup.
Nations, yeah.
And Team Sweden has pulled out the bag and won it on the last race in Canada. But now we are on to league racing. And we are basically back. And
weather forecast that I'm having is really indicating probably limited chances of rain, probably about anywhere between 15%. Temperature looks pretty average across the board, at least for the next 15 or so minutes. So I'll keep you posted if anything changes, but so far, it looks to be like a complete dry race.
Yep, we have the foreign drivers on mediums. We have Ever Snacks, Radius, Zombie Kebab, and Torska, and the rest of the drivers on soft. So no one has decided to go on hard for this track. And looking at the chat, we needed the numbers, and I did not expect the car to be this quick today. So despite what happened today, we won't, well, as much as it's gonna be rude to be sound, since cars that seem to be faster than a tier 4 pace drivers, we won't be having people like that. It's like, especially myself, when I won in Hungary in tier 4, I literally instantly said that I'm a tier 3 driver, so I won't be reserving tier 4, so we won't be having those mistakes ever again. But the numbers were needed for tonight.
And Mr. Tipsy Bob is out there in the chat as well.
Yeah.
G'day to the Northern Irishman. Don't tell him that.
So now, can Eversnacks pull off and get himself back in the top of the grid as he starts from P12 on mediums? That's the real question here. As the drivers are now lining back up onto the grid.
Yeah, I just got a wonderful camera angle you didn't get from on board Kirst car. I've never seen that one before. They give you some surprising camera angles sometimes. So anyway, let's get ready for the racing in the new year with the tier 4.
Yep. New year, first race of SLR. We are back. We are officially back. And let's get this show started as I'm trying to get the camera. And it's 5 red lights. And away we go. I believe Ocean Chief gets a good start from pole position. Really gets a better start of Snow Henke, who gets himself into 3rd position. We have many position changes up right at the back. Wesley gets himself into 5th. As Kiltully loses his position. Everstad gains a position as well. And so far is a clean start by the whole grid. So
yeah, absolutely fantastic clean start. 4 positions gained there for the Dutch driver of Wesley. And you can believe that Eversnacks and Thor together down the road. Eversnacks getting past Thor. Remember, too, Thor is 2nd in the championship. So that's a nice little close title fight between those 2 drivers.
Yep, as Cursor gaining away from pole position. Because Ocean Chief is already like 1.1 seconds behind of Cursed. So Cursed is basically gone for now. Well, yeah, clean start by the whole drivers, no accidents, no wheel banging or anything like that. So
yeah, keep an eye on the doctor as well, putting a bit of pressure there on the back of Leslie. He's going to get on with it too because Eversnacks and Thor are behind him. No DRS enabled just yet, but that might help. Won't help Ocean Chief too much if he doesn't manage to break that DRS. He's keeping Kirst a little honest there.
yeah, but Ocean Chief needs to keep up with Curse so he can gain that 1st position. He's going to have to use his battery as much as he can, but not too much as well. So the best way to use the battery will be in Sector 2 and Sector 3 on the long straight. But for now, we have overtakes at the back of the grid. Shakalaka gaining his position back and is now P15. As we have Eversnacks fighting to get ahead of the drivers in front of him. So far it's looking interesting and fair racing for everyone.
Bucks are flying out of some of the cars because they've got low downforce As that little DRS train is now forming behind Max Splits. And it looks like Mr. The Doctor's going to make a side-by-side run on Leslie. It's going to be tight out there.
Yeah, he's right behind
Go
him.
to
Allegedly going on the inside. Doesn't risk it at all. That keeps his position. P10. Well, he's going to try to use his battery to maintain his gap between himself and Leslie. Has Eversnag lost some time, I believe. He must have lost control of his vehicle and is now 1.2 seconds behind Dr. Urfa. And just hits the cone, that's not nice. As Ocean Chief now gets the fastest lap of the race, 1:32. So he's maintaining that gap to get himself that DRS zone. As Neodio, I believe, Neodio has paired in on lap 3.
Yeah, I'm checking damage on the Williams in a second once it pulls in there. Keep an eye on what's happening there. Obviously, an early pit stop like that probably is... No? Yes, front wing damage. There it is, swapping straight.
Yep, I believe Radius may have some damage because he seems slow as well. As getting overtaken by other driver. Dr. Alpha spun out as well. Oh, he needed to lose control again of his vehicle. And Tosca loses control of his vehicle as well, and he manages to save it. But those medium tires are gonna be quite warm right now. So here comes the carnage, here comes the spins.
Yeah, a couple of drivers coming together. And they are still, well, Rados and Dr. Uther are at left, right, and center after they had a little bit of a spin. Ocean Chief is still keep whiffing that DRS, of course, but hasn't managed to be able to get really under 8/10 yet.
Yeah, we only have one DRS zone on this track, which is on the main straight. Into the start and finish line. So hopefully he can catch up. Yep, he has the DRS and he's going to deactivate that DRS using some of his battery. Gets another fastest lap as well. Yep, yeah, he's gaining that speed, he's gaining that momentum. He's now open 4 seconds behind of Kurst. As Winnie is not gaining an Ocean Chief right now. So for now, they're sticking to the positions. Varios with a 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane.
Top 3 are now pulling a little bit away there from the other Alfa Romeo of Snelly.
Yeah, but Ocean Chief's getting closer and closer to Kurz. And this is going to be looking like an interesting battle between the Red Bull and Alfa Romeo driver. Vinny gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. There's a yellow flag and it's Winnie. Something must have happened to Winnie because he just lost mass position and he's nearly losing control. Yeah.
He's gone around exactly and his tyres are cooked and he's got to a lot of those cars past. Try to cool those tyres down a little bit, get back on it. It's still too early to bike side, I have to say. Probably about 26% on those soft tyres so far.
Yeah, but Shakalaka is around on sector 2. There's a yellow flag. Now Ocean Chief is only 900th now of a second behind of Kurst. So he needs to think how he can get faster and get behind Kurst even closer that DRS zone. As he's trying his hardest, and keeping 1.6 seconds behind of Ocean Chief.
Nice little battle also occurring between Max Splits, putting a lot of pressure there on Boosted.
Yep, 0.4 seconds behind of Boosted. With the upper pits in.
Boosted doing a solid job there, up 4 positions, currently in P6. Max has started where he started the race at P7. I'm sure he wants to get that P6 as Dr. Uther is boxing. I'll keep an eye on that one. See if there's a front wing change. Yes, there is there for the Williams driver.
Yeah, he's not looking good for Dr. Alpha at all. Max is maintaining his gap behind Boosted Mess. As Boosted is gaining time on Skin Tony. Only just a tiny bit. So we may see a DRS train for 5th, 6th and 7th position.
And Thor as well is getting very close on Eversnax. There is a tyre difference. Eversnax can go a little deeper in this race, obviously in those mediums. Thor's got to take advantage of these softs right now and get past.
Yep, Ocean Chief's catching up to Kirst again. Kirst seems faster on the last turn than Ocean Chief, which is how he's gaining so much time and gaining away from Ocean Chief. Which is why Chief is struggling. But we shall see about that in the next couple of laps.
Very technical track, this one, obviously. The Honda's test track, so you expect the Hondas performing good around here. Well, they are. Obviously, Kirst is leading this race and Thor down in P10.
And Wesley is in 4th as well for the Alfa Tauri.
Difficult to overtake, that's the problem.
Yes, it
So
is.
if you drop out of that DRS, you're in a bit of trouble. You're really already driving the track yourself. It's interesting how far they can stretch these tyres right now, but 34% we're looking at, I think, for those softs. It's going to come down to that pit stop strategy, the ultimate pit stop strategy to try to get a couple of positions gained, perhaps, in the pits.
This truck is mostly to be used for ERS, but the driver's not using that much ERS because they want to save it for that DRS zone. And it's only one DRS zone, which is very crucial. But now Ocean Chief has another chance. There's only 0.7 seconds behind, of course. DRS activated. He's just using a tiny bit of energy. He has that speed. We can see he has that speed.
Sorry, Skin Tony looks like he's going to commit to an overtake here. And Wesley doesn't get it done, but once again, so difficult. He was almost side by side into that first turn. And I think Eversnax and Thor really got close there as well.
They're
too.
outside to side. But Thor is now backing away. He doesn't want to risk it. But he is gaining on Eversnax on those soft tyres. As Neodio is just doing some gravel work. And gets himself a 10-second time penalty.
Yeah, I think because he was going through the those S's there, and I think it was somebody of the lap cars coming through. I think he just got it when he did the right thing, get out of his way.
Yep. Bobbing right behind of Eversnax, and he's making a move on the inside, and it touches Eversnax's vehicle, but he doesn't spin himself out. But he does indeed loses a lot of time because of that. Hopefully he doesn't have lime green damage on his front wing. If it does, it's going to be very crucial for him. There's a yellow flag on sector 1. It's a Haas driver. Ocean Chief being 0.4 seconds behind of Kurz. Will he be able to maintain that time? And he doesn't. Kurz just seems faster on the last 2 turns. But now Ocean Chief has the DRS activated, using a bit of the energy.
Wesley's going in. Sorry, yep.
Yep, Wesley going into the pits, and Ocean Chief does it. It's not enough. Not enough to make a move on Kurz.
Ooh, I was just keeping an eye too behind them as well too. Skin Tony's, well, I'd have to say holding up. The Booster's really catching up to the back Skin Tony. Different racing line I took in there as they're chasing each other down in the main straight, I believe it was, weaving around each other, trying to break the DRS. Sorry, break the slipstream. Sorry, a little rusty, of course, because we haven't commentated for a little while.
Neodio retires in the pit lane. So that's the first driver out of the race. Unfortunately for Neodio. But yeah, Booster's mess trying to fight and get himself into that 4th position, but I feel like the skies are getting more clearer now, if I'm not mistaken. So it's turning sunny. There is some clouds.
Track 29, sorry, yeah, the temperature will actually increase by about 1 degree Celsius. I'm just keeping an eye too on those times from those first pit stops out there, and that pit stop being from Wesley. He's currently 30 seconds away from the race lead. This pit stop here is 24 seconds.
Seems interesting. Now Ocean Ship is being 0.6 seconds behind of Curse after the others activated.
Booster's going in.
Curse is whipping about, doesn't want to achieve that slipstream and that speed. But Chief has way more energy saved up than Cursed. So this is not looking good for Cursed at all.
Just keep an eye on Boosted if he can come out. He might come out in that traffic of the AlphaTauri as they're going flying down the main street. There goes the Alpine. And will the AlphaTauri get ahead of him on the pit lane exit? He will. So Wesley's got jumped there, Boosted Mass, in the pit stops. Or was he ahead? I'm not quite sure if Wesley was ahead of Boosted. But either way, that's how close that pit stop's come out between them two gladiators.
Yeah, Wesley was in front of Boosted, so he just undercut him on the mediums. Wesley now needs to regain his position. Kebab goes a bit too wide, which
he'll at least get that DRS from him. He's going to get past him. Otherwise, Boosted obviously get that toe as well.
Yep, 4 managed to catch up to Eversnacks and is out 0.4 seconds behind on the Sector 2. So he has that speed to catch up to the McLaren driver.
Yeah, thank you very much. Meepo answered that one. Boosted did not spin. That was a pit stop. That's a pit stop. You can see that from Wesley and Boosted. They're the first ones that are in the top.
Curse has speared it, but Ocean Chief doesn't. Sankey pits it as well, so Ocean Chief is extending it.
That's going to be interesting. He's going to have to put those laps in, obviously on slightly worn tyres. Yeah, because Snell Hankey was down too far down the road. Possibly double stack, although this guys are pretty damn good at that, aren't they? Working to perfection out as teammates. Thor's really getting close.
Yeah, Thor is getting very close, but he's using all that battery, which is not giving him the speed. Vinny pits in for hards. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, my game just crashed.
Oh.
Happens every once in a while. No, it's okay. I'm the spectator. You're the mainstream.
Yeah, you should be able to just join on me whenever.
Yeah, no problem. Yep.
So now let's see. We shall go on leaders. So Curse is 20.3 seconds away from Ocean Chief. Well,
that's going to be close.
That's going to be close if Ocean Chief pits in now.
I'm trying to load in. I don't miss this exciting pit stop. Because once again, this is it. So you're going to see a lot of.
Yep, I believe Chief is going to pin this up. Yeah, he is. He was using all his ERS on the straight, and he now boxed in. So let's look at Curse. Will Curse be able to undercut Ocean Chief? Max pits in as well. Leslie as well. Ocean Chief going for mediums. 4 pits in as well. Will this be enough for Ocean Chief or not? It is looking very close, and Curse gets it. Curse gets his position back. And Ocean Chief is only 2.2 seconds behind Curse. Eversnacks doesn't put in. He's still out on those 10 laps old to medium tyres. So I wonder what his strategy is. Shakaka puts in again. Not again, he's just put in now for medium tyres. So everyone is now on mediums and only 2 drivers on hards, which is Winnie and Radius.
Those hard tyres are quite difficult.
Yeah, the hard tyres are hard difficult indeed. I'm not a fan of hard tyres at all.
Yeah, a lot of drivers aren't in this version of the game, liking it too much.
Eversnack gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So now let's see, will Ocean should be able to regain the time that he has lost. Boosted Mess retires and it's a safety car.
He's lost it at a spoon, if you see that on that track map.
Yep.
So how's this going to come into play? Does Eversnack's box and get rid of these medium tires? Take advantage of this situation?
Well,
Ronnie? You have
Eversnack's
to.
missed the pit stop.
Oh, yes. He's going to get back around again. But he is the leading car.
Yep.
And he's caught the safety car now. So unless he's allowed to overtake it, that's gonna hold him up. And that's not going to be... You didn't want to meet the safety car there really in a day, didn't you? You wanted to try to chase your way back around, which he doesn't have a choice, obviously. Maybe Michael Massey will be, obviously somebody down in the McLaren garage there will be going, no, Mikey, no.
No, no, Mike, no, that's not right.
Yeah. Because, yeah, that's going to bunch everybody up now,
Yep.
of course. Now, Eversnack's wanting to take advantage of that situation, the pit stop. Well, he's now going to have, if he boxes now, obviously, that's going to drop him back in some places. He has a box anywhere at some point in the future, but probably a little bit too soon than he wanted because his tyres are about 33% at the moment in medium, so they've got some life in them still.
Yep, so the only people that haven't boxed in is Eversnack and Zombie Kebab. Everyone else has boxed in once or twice. The penalties, Eversnack on 3-second penalty, Vinny on 3 seconds, and Radius on 5. And that's pretty much it. So everyone now will be following the safety car. Wonder if Eversnack is gonna box in to change those tires, or is just gonna stay out behind the safety.
Well, if he boxes right now, he's going to come out just ahead of Shakalaka.
Yep.
So he'll drop behind Thor. And they were, remember, they were in those positions earlier at the start of the race.
That is true.
Sure, Thor would be like, no, not Eversnacks again. It's like, I had my moment where I wasn't, I'm sure he's actually probably wanting Eversnacks to box right now so that they do, so he does come back out and get to battle again. But
He does box
yes,
in.
he is. Okay, so I guess you got to take advantage of its cheap pit stop, but because everybody's being bunched up once again, that will drop him out. Where Shakalaka, unless Shakalaka can really get some screaming laps in and try to catch the safety car here.
Yep. So this is looking good for Ocean Chief with this bunch up as well, because he's right behind on Cursed, and his teammate right behind him as well.
Oh, Shakalaka's got him coming out of the pit lane now.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right, just ahead. So he's going to have traffic.
Or gets it. He's P14.
14, he's lost it. Yeah, because I forgot those drivers were screaming to catch the safety car, so they've managed to steal that time away. And look at that, Eversnack's almost plump last. Radius is practically a lap down.
I wonder if the safety car will come in this lap, or we just have to wait for Radius. Now, Radius should be able to catch up. The safety car is indeed slowing everyone down, and this is a long track with many turns.
I guarantee you where you're probably going to be putting that camera in a little bit, because Eversnacks is the only man on soft tires. Fresh softs, he's going to be absolutely blisteringly quick, isn't he? But he's got a lot of overtaking to do.
Indeed, P14. Everyone on mediums or hards. This is gonna be interesting for Eversnacks. And the soft tires will only last maybe 10 laps if they are brand new. No, not used.
Zombie Kebab's the only man still yet to box, sitting in P7.
Yep, 12 lap mediums. So I wonder what. Maybe he's taking those mediums to lap 20 and doing a one-stop strategy.
About 37% at the moment, those tyre wear would be, so it's an interesting call. If it could happen, you guys let us know out there in the YouTube world if you think it's possible.
There's no late call of the safety car coming in, so one more lap of safety car. As we wait for Radius to catch up, and there he is. So the driver can just start warming up the tires right now and get themselves prepared after the safety car has to come in this lap. Tippy Bob said, it says safety car in this lap should be. I agree, it has to be.
Yep. Let's get Michael on the call. Get it confirmed. It will be in a say definitely in this lap because they're all bunched up as you can see on the track map.
Yep.
Just those two retirements are Boosted and Neo. Boosted we saw losing it, I think, out of Spoon, if I'm not mistaken. Neo Dio, I'm not quite sure what that first retirement was again.
Yeah, the other retirement was in the pit lane because he was struggling. So now we just wait for the green light. As we see the drivers moving about, warming up the medium tires, hards and softs. Radius doesn't no longer have a 5-second penalty, so I believe he took that penalty in the pit lane. So he's fine from not having a penalty, so he'll be good. Here you go, the drivers coming around the Spoon area. Also, Jim needs to get closer to Kurz if he wants a perfect start and be right behind him. There we go. Here's Michael saying that safety car is in this lap. So now the
I'm just crunching some numbers that I'm getting from race control about the tire wear and all that sort of jazz. So I'll try to keep you informed about that as much as I can during the race. I'll be your Ted Kravis down there in the pit lane as well as I'm up in the box with you. Let's go green flag racing.
Yeah, there we go. Kurz makes a good start. There's a severe collision between Skintony and Wesley. And there is a three-way box.
Yeah. Drivers got forced, I believe, because there was a little too loud on the loud pedal coming out of the corner. And that's forced some of the drivers into the box right now. And Eversnacks has got some super power as we expect, but he's got the doctor in front of him. And there, they got Torxters that's kind of really holding him up at this point because Torxters on those hard tires. Very difficult trying to get track and temperature into those tires at the moment, especially when you've got a mirror full of cars.
Yeah, Eversnacks needs to be careful. Since the hard are gonna hold medium Dr. Offer and Eversnacks. But he seems super fast as he nearly re-ends Dr. Offer. And he is the
He's trying to slow the car down, but that speed isn't it? That momentum. That's the hairpin turn, obviously. Turn 10.
Yeah, it does have a damage from wing. It's not looking for Eversnacks and the championship standing. It's so unfortunate.
Yeah, 26%. Yeah, that's the only problem, isn't it? When you've got to do the overtakes, as the doctor's trying to do the overtake right now on Talkstar. You've seen that before. I'm sure Eversnacks wanted to take both of them. But yeah, that's the gamble you got to pay, isn't it? You can do a lot of overtakes on a different strategy. It also increases your chances of losing some carbon fiber parts.
Yeah, but it was a smart decision to just go more wide and avoid a carnage happening between Eversnacks and Dr. Urfa. Unfortunately, he got himself into the grass and gravel and then hit the barriers.
Yeah, very admirable of him. He could have easily just smacked into the back of the other car and pushed them around or something. So he took an evasive action, and obviously, one way or another, he was going to lose a bit of front wing. He's just decided not to damage some other driver's car, and he's retired in the pits.
Yeah, I believe the heat was going to Eversnacks, and he must have been too heated and decided to just no more.
Yeah, I wouldn't still give it up, but they're Eversnacks because you're not using the racing line, so you've already committed this time to this. I would just keep putting fast laps in and without the racing line. Basically, practice session for you if you can't get in the top 10.
Indeed, and we had like nearly 10 laps remaining of the race, and another safety car could happen. Who knows?
On top of it, steal the fastest lap away from everybody else and save a point. really, at the end of the day, even if you won't get awarded to it, but you'll also deny your competitors, obviously, of the Alfa Romeo team from getting any more points.
Yep. Oshishif is struggling now to catch up to Kurz. He's 1.7 seconds behind. So Kurz, as a reserve driver for Red Bull, is indeed fast.
You're exactly right out there, Eagle. It is one of the most difficult things is to brake without the racing line when cars are in front of you, because obviously, usually you've got to judge the braking marker, and on top of it, they're going to brake at different points to you as well.
Yeah, even if you have racing line on, people have different braking points, and you just need to be careful and predict when to brake.
But that's what we call motor racing.
Yep. As for now, the drivers are split apart from each other by 1 second. The only driver that isn't is Valius and Torska. Valius being right behind of Torska, but is open for 3 seconds. So we're gonna
Tipsy
see.
says you lift. You never lift. Drivers never lift, Tipsy.
Now we've got Valius makes a move on Torska on the inside, and now is in P9. 10 laps remaining of the Grand Prix in Japan. And it has been an interesting one. Only 3 DNFs so far, 1 safety car. Looking pretty good. Marius gaining that speed and leaving the time behind of Torska. Torska's on hard, so he's going to be much slower. Wesley being 18 seconds behind from P10. And then the soft runners at the back, just chilling.
Oh, I'm sure they got the loud pedal pushed as loud as they possibly can to try to take advantage of those tires. Yeah, I think you can say these medium tires are going to make it not a problem to the end. The safety car has kind of saved them for that one.
This is a yellow flag. Yep, skin tunnel spins out.
Damage, it looks like he's in the wall.
Whoa, that is a bit dangerous to come back on a truck like that. Especially when everyone's line is way over there. And yep, he does have a winged up.
Oh, that's straight into the wall, heavy impact.
That will be going to the FIA.
Yeah, that
because he did indeed just full throttled into the wall.
And let's have a look at the double stack, I was going to say, of the Alfa Romeos. They should be okay because the game obviously has improved that now. We'll see. Ocean Chiefs in the box. No, it will be a double stack.
But it's a quick one.
A little slight delay, but... You're not having fun, so why drive? But practice, mate. Eversnacks, practice. You're practicing without the racing line that we heard. So, yeah, and plus on top of it, you could have... Well, you didn't care about the points, but you could have stolen the fastest lap away.
So I understand Skintoni made a mistake, but he forced himself to crash out,
Yeah, that was a straightforward crash.
which forced a safety car, and which myself and other admins do not like, because we want a proper race, we don't want so many safety cars, and this will be taken care of, because this is not professional at all.
I think Skintoni will have to be reporting to Stewart's after this race, as you mentioned, because it is against the rules to deliberately crash, force a safety car. Not always force a safety car, but it's definitely you're not supposed to deliberately crash like that. You want to retire, you retire in the pits.
Yep. But because of that, Ocean Chiefs Naranki in 4th and 5th on fresh soft tyres. Are they brand new? That's the question. Or are they used? Because if they're...
They are 5% for Snellies.
Mhm.
So that's probably only done one lap or so on them, about 4% or so for Ocean Chief. So yeah, they're
So we'll say they are used, unless the catching up took that much tire wear.
yeah, that's true. I'm not 100% sure because as Leslie's boxing, we haven't seen that much brand new soft running just yet until now.
Yeah, but this is looking good for the Alfa Romeo drivers. Especially for Ocean Chief, if he can get that speed that he has in him and be able to overtake Fort, Vinny and Kirst. And whereas Chief and Fort are in the championship battle, for being in 2nd and Chief in 3rd. So this is going to be looking interesting between the Alfa Romeo and Red Bull driver.
Yeah, Red Bull drivers can work together here. They are a little bit down in the championship, 158 points, but this could be a good day for them to steal a bunch of points, perhaps out of Ferrari. So it depends if Vinny can still get that car and some good points.
Yeah, but when it is on hard as well, so it's going to be slower than the medium and soft runners.
Yeah,
And
he's
plus,
going to be under a lot of pressure, isn't he, from the start of the race, getting that temperature. But if he can maintain, if he can hold them off there for 1 or 2 laps, it might be okay, because we do know how difficult it is to overtake, and you won't get that DRS too for at least 3 laps.
yeah. Kerr's maintaining his position. Vinny gained 2. 4 with 8 gained positions, so it's looking good for 4. Ocean Chief Sankey with 2 lost positions. Arthur and Wesley 2 gained positions. Valius with 5. Torska with 7 gained. Leslie lost out on 4 positions. Zombie Kebab with 3 gained. Chakalaka with 5 gained. And Max with 6 lost positions. So it's looking good for 4 and Torska with the gained positions they have. But now we have to wait 1 more lap because Max is still yet to get behind the grid. And Kurst spins out! Kurst just spun out and safety car is in this lap, so Kurst has been cursed.
Yeah, was he trying to warm up the tyres too much?
Yes.
Yes.
He has been.
Okay, well. So Thor can get on with this. Thor needs a good race win today. Here would be a massive chunk of points that I take away from Eversnacks.
So now it's a battle between the driver in 2nd and 3rd in the championship standings at Japan. Vinny leading the race right now on hard tyres. So when the DRS is activated, it's going to be super interesting. It's so unfortunate for Kurt because he tried to warm up the tyres and like you said, he might have pushed it too hard and spins himself around in the wall.
Yeah, maybe too much of the holiday break. It's got a few drivers a little bit rusty this evening. Meepo, get ready to lose your monitor. Apparently, that's if Ocean Chief wins. Ocean Chief's going to be looking pretty good, obviously. You can see right now he's got the speed on Thor with those tyres.
Yeah, using the battery as well, going on the inside of 4 and gets himself into P2. Nicely does it. Ocean Chief
Thor's under pressure too from his teammate as well.
Yep. And not only that, Arthur on 1 lap on the new soft as well. So this may look like if Snowhanky and Arthur can maintain the speed on those new soft tyres, those 3 could potentially get themselves into top 3. But Arthur makes a move, very dangerous move on Snowhanky and gains himself 2 positions.
He did because Snellhacky accidentally hit the back of Thor. It looked like a bit of contact there, so the other drivers just gone through there, naturally taking advantage of that situation. But look at that behind there. There's massive amount of cars going into.
Yep, Ocean Chief gets a position of Vinny and now he's in 1st position. Wesley and Mario side by side. Wesley right behind of Snellhanky's rear end. He needs to be careful. Do not cause any incident. He's around the inside of Snellhanky. Hanky backs off.
No, he's got damage. Remember, Snell Hanky. He's got to nurse that
Oh,
car back. He's
I
got
just
a
seen
lot of
that.
damage.
I just seen
Is it
that he
good?
has 1 wing damage. That must
Yeah,
have.
a little bit of that on the back of Thor. I'm sure there'll be a bit of that carbon fiber sticking out of Thor's Red Bull at the moment.
So we may see some FI reports coming in from that move on offer onto Fort and Snellenki. But Ocean Ship is now leading the race with 5 laps to go. He just needs to keep calm and maintain the speed that he has.
Yeah, so pressure right now will be from the doctor. If the doctor can do anything about it, otherwise he should be able to run away with this one. And we might need a GoFundMe campaign out there for a new monitor for Meepo.
Yep.
I could see a smashed monitor coming this way. Hopefully nobody's going to be smashing their monitors.
Yeah, I hope so.
Just we'll virtually do it. How's that? We are in a virtual Grand Prix. So the DRS is enabled now. This is the time, Doctor's time to shine. Can't afford to let Ocean Chief get too far away here. Well, he can take advantage of this situation. Get past the Ferrari and see if we can catch Ocean Chief with 5 laps to go.
Yeah, when he is maintaining that gap between himself and Ocean Ship as well, which is very good on hard tires, despite Chiefs being on softs.
Yeah, they're not too bad at the tyre, are they? It's just like getting the temperature, you know, just defending as much as you can at the start. Once you've got temperature under okay.
Saying some fastest time on the track. At least he can do that. So yeah, Vinny under pressure by Arthur, especially he will be more under pressure when the DRS zone hits. 4 being 4. With
Needs
one.
to put the hammer time.
Yep.
It needs to be hammer time, Thor.
Hammer time needs to happen. It is nearly 2 seconds away from Dr. Arthur, so he needs to do something to get himself back into the podium positions. Wesley is catching up to 4 as well.
Vinny's just dropped out of that DRS range, so this will definitely help the Doctor out now.
Indeed. Let's see. Doctor being 0.5 seconds behind of Winnie. Not getting that much time because Winnie is using his battery on that straight, so he is defending his position, but he does have a 3-second penalty. So despite defending his position, he will lose on his P2 because of the time penalty.
And remember that Kirst and Snell Hanky. At least Kirst is still hanging out there, and he's going to go for the fastest lap, so he's going to make sure that nobody gets a point for that.
Yep, indeed.
But he will prove that he was the quickest man on track. We know that anyway, because he was qualified on pole as well.
Winnie being 0.6 seconds right behind the Ocean Chief. What is Ocean Chief? Ocean Chief's plan in here?
Maybe Ocean Chief is just playing with his food right now.
It could be.
Hope, I guess, with these drivers up of Vinny or Uthra, unless he made a mistake somewhere, but definitely. Vinny's solid drive. Unfortunately, with that penalty, as you said, we'll drop him back. But still don't take that away, the Ferrari.
He's going to get that DRS as well on Ocean Chief. And Arthur's going to get that DRS on Winnie, so it's a DRS train right now between the two drivers. So maybe Ocean Chief is doing this on purpose to make a train. But who
Hey, I don't
knows?
know. Wesley right now on the back of Thor. Thor's got to try to, obviously the tyres are old, as you can see, 13 laps. But remember, Thor did a really good drive from 11th up into 4th place right now. Needs to get as many points as he can, remember, with Eversnacks out of this race. Both him and Eversnacks didn't have very good qualifying performance for this race. Now Thor's moment to try to get a hell of points, as I said, but he's got to keep the Dutchman that's pretty feisty behind him right now and some better tyres.
Yep, Thor is 20 points behind in the championship from Eversnacks. So being in fourth will be good for him.
Chris
Curse
has
the
lost it.
tires.
S's. I thought it was a pit lane retired, but it wasn't. He was pushing that car, pushed a little bit too much. He had nothing to lose anyway at the end of the day.
Yep, there will be no more no VSCs and no safety cars since we only have 2 laps remaining. And now let's see Doctor being 0.3 seconds behind of Winnie. But he doesn't get that turning right on the second to the final turn, which makes him lose some time. 2 laps remaining of this race. Ocean Chief still leading. Wesley makes a move on 4.
He's got it.
But now Vadius
He
is
got
right
it done.
behind.
Yeah. Cole can't be affording to lose another place here right now. He's under severe attack because of his tired deficit that he has. I'd have to say the Doctor's done a pretty good selling job. If he can't get an overtake done, I'd still say because he's got extra pit stop. Remember over everybody else too. So I just think he didn't have the extra pit stop. He'd be 24 seconds up the road.
Actually, 2 extra pit stops. Because he on 3.
Overall, he did 3. Yeah.
Yeah. Vadius is being right behind on 4. This is looking very dangerous for 4. Going round the outside. We'll be able to get the move done, and he gets the move done. So those medium tires are warning out for 4, which is not looking good for him.
Not at all. And now Leslie's gonna, perhaps he could lose his position out to Leslie here on the penultimate lap.
Yep. He's already right behind 4. Using his battery right now. The Merc driver being 0.2 seconds behind as well.
Yeah, I'm just wondering right now if Thor's gonna come back and say, look, I should have probably boxed under that safety car.
Yeah, Leslie's not making a move yet on 4. We're gonna have a DRS. Doctor makes the move on Winnie. On the straight, and now we're on the final lap of the Grand Prix as well.
Ooh, Doctor's got to come alive right now, but he needed a few more laps earlier, didn't he? Because we know Vinny's got a penalty anyway, so Vinny might have just said, okay, well, I don't know why he, was trying to do a favour to the junior team because he is in the Ferrari, but obviously trying to hold up the Doctor.
Yep, but we have to go for the battle for P1 because Dr. Urfa is looking faster than Ocean Chief.
Yeah, he's blistering. Absolutely blistering. He's come alive once he got out of that traffic before. And this is it on the last lap. Where could he get it done? They go through the hairpin currently at the moment. Spoon, perhaps? That's going to be a little bit of a late dive.
Yeah, but both drivers are on equal amounts of energy. But here we go. They come towards the Spoon area of this section of the track. Now, what will Ocean Chief do? Will he use his energy? Yep. Ocean Chief is using energy.
You've got to go for it now in the Casio triangle. If you're not too far back, Meepo sitting here at the moment with his fingers crossed go. Can the Doctor save his monitor? Or can Ocean Chief get that monitor smashed? It's not, it's too far back, isn't it? Ocean Chief's going to have this one.
It's too far back. If he makes no mistakes here. Yeah, he doesn't make any mistake. Ocean Chief wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Dr. B in second. And what would it be? Winnie or Wesley? Wesley gets P3. Winnie in 4th, Vadius in 5th, 4 and 6th. And Leslie in 7th, right behind of 4's rear end. Chakalaka 8th, Mike's in 9th, and Zombie in 10th. What a race for Ocean Chief.
Yes, it now promotes him second in the championship, I believe, because with Thor dropping down to P6. The Alfa Romeo is on the rise. Still Hackey still bringing the car home. Not having that front wing damage. A little late, but Shishaka like it's the driver of the day. I think he was 13th up into 5th, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see that in a second anyway.
Yeah, we shall see that in a second. Here's the drivers on the standings. The old man himself, Ocean Chief, winning it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he can still lift the trophy.
Yeah.
But today he has.
Right, so here we go. Where did Shakalaka signed from 17th and finished in 8th, which is why he got the driver of the day. But in my opinion, driver of the day should be Ocean Chief. Qualified in 2nd, maintained that position, nearly caught up to Kurt in the first stages of the race, and he gets it done and wins it all.
Yeah, plus he's the grandpa on the grid too.
Yep.
Probably about 20 or 30 years older than everybody else is. So still driving at that age, very impressive, and winning races at that age, even better.
Indeed. Doctor in 2nd, Wesley, reserve driver in 3rd, Windy reserve driver in 4th, Radius 5th, 4 6th, Leslie 7th, Shakalaka 8th, Max 9, Zombie 10, Torsko 11th, Snanky 12th. Because of the unfortunate incident, and Cursed reserve driver in 13th, and the rest of the drivers got DNF. Woohoo. Right. Time for the interviews then.
And a couple of the gladiators already waiting in the interview room.
Yeah, we have Kebab and 4 right now. I'm just trying to shut down the game because I hate the fact that it plays the song in the background. Yeah, there we go.
Yes,
Right.
it does. I forget about it.
So who should we bring in first? That's the real question.
Next, we hear from Thor. This is a Red Bull driver. Did have a very good qualifying performance, and we'll find out how it went for him. And we did see, but we need to hear from him.
Yep. So, welcome for.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. G'day, Thor. So not a very good qualifying performance, but yeah, explain how well, first were you qualifying and then the race for us, please.
Oh, wait to put me down.
Huh.
P11 was good because I could start on the fresh tires, but I forgot to change the mediums. Also, I'm very sick, as you maybe can hear.
Ah.
And also, this is my first time driving a full race length in Tier 4 without any assists. So, and no, it's not the meme, the assist that I still use the line. No, it's 0, nothing now.
So you're doing the same thing too that Eversnow is. Eversnack, sorry.
Yeah. Well, because I put so much time into iRacing during the Christmas break, so like driving with the line is boring, you know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel good. Like I did when I started training for Japan or Suzuka. I I started off with the line, but it just felt weird. I'm not looking at the track. I'm looking at the Rainbow Road, you know. So
yeah, the Rainbow Road. Good on you. I mean, a lot of people are obviously getting into iRacing. It's a real sim. But it's not Formula One, unfortunately. You know, you have the Formula One cars. So I'll let you go in a second because we hear you're sick and have a bit of a lay down, a bit of a rest. Just real quick there, you just elected not to box there in that other safety car, and those warm tires made you a bit of a sitting target towards the end.
well, I felt it's kind of hard to pass in Suzuka, and I did defend a few laps at least with the fast soft runners behind me. But yeah, I just felt that I'm gonna prioritize track position here, and I honestly I think it worked out. So
well, you'll drop
I
a little bit to Ocean Chief in the championship, but so far still in the championship, which isn't a problem. They're doing it for Red Bull today. Yeah, unless maybe you want to say anything too, I think we'll let Thor have a lay down.
thanks for hosting and commentating.
I don't have anything to say. It was a bit unlucky with the medium tires you had on the final battles of the Grand Prix. That safety car basically screwed over everyone's strategy because it shouldn't be a safety car, and it will be reported because as what I've saw, it was deliberately caused on track.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, what caused it, really.
There will be a video in the reports channel, so you will see.
Yeah, but it's
absolutely.
unfortunate that nothing can be done about it now, apart from obviously maybe punishment to the driver and stuff like that. But for the race
Yeah.
itself, that was it.
A race is a race, you know. It can happen. Well, thanks for tonight then, guys.
Thank you for
Thank you,
joining.
mate. Get well.
Yeah,
Sorry,
thanks,
well.
thanks.
Cutting in and out because my connection doesn't seem to be any good. Let me know, Amy, if I am.
Okay,
Or-
let's bring in the winner of the Japanese Grand Prix, Mr. Ocean Chief. If it lets me.
Honestly, don't think I felt well. It would have been pretty, yeah. But like, I don't know.
Hello.
You're live now, Ocean
Hello.
Chief. You've been dragged into the commentary box. Sorry, hey, well, we're down in the interview room right now.
Oh,
Yeah,
we were just
not bad for an old man, right?
thank you. Still got it, yeah. Just
Yeah.
about in Japan anyway. If
Indeed.
Curse messes up.
Well, you were right behind him, and I didn't get a chance to see what actually happened. Did he just spun out when warming up his tires?
Yeah, so we're like coming through 140R, and I was saying to him there in an interview channel, like I pitted for sauce whenever that safety car came out, that last safety car.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was right at the pit entry and it was a split decision. And I have to admit that whenever I did that, I was going for the pits going, I think I made the wrong decision. I came out P4, I think, or P4, P5. And the guys ahead obviously had medium and Vinny had hards and then Kurst had mediums. And I think like that was okay for Kurst. I think he could have still won the race. But whenever we came through 140R, it didn't say safety car in, so at this point I'm thinking safety car's out for another lap. Usually says it's in by this point, and Kurst just took a nosedive to the left into the wall, like not at speed or anything, just was behind the safety car. So he died quickly, and then at that point I was like, I could win this race. And then I got 4. He was on the mediums. I thought I would struggle to get past him, but I was able to get past him on this first or second lap up after the safety car, and then Vinny. Like Vinny is an absolute rocket. Like he used to be a tier 2 driver. He does use assist, but he was on hard tires matching me on fresh sauce. And I was like questioning what the hell's going. Like, I was like, is he cheating? Is he? Am I on lean or what's going on here? Ace is fast basically, and I'm just slow. But yeah, it's all relative, I think.
So I'm gonna make sure to write on my notepad saying that these drivers cannot drive because they're too fast.
Yeah, that's the ticket. I'll be joining you next season. It's a guarantee I'll be up in tier 3 next season. So hopefully you're still there, and me and you can rub elbows on the track.
Yeah, hopefully, if tier 5
Yeah.
comes in.
Yeah, but it was it was an enjoyable race, but it was very tense. And then obviously Snell had a bit of an issue. We were kind of just as that happened, we were kind of like G'ing each other up. Right, let's get this, And then next thing he was like, crap.
Yeah. What happened was that Doctor made a move on Snell and for the same time, and I believe Doctor's or Ford's vehicle caused Snell to get wing damage, which is why he was slowing down a lot, which was unfortunate.
Yeah. So I think Snell was pretty fast on those mediums, so it is really unfortunate. He could have easily won this race as well because he was matching me and better than me in some parts as well. And what was the other? Yeah, Dr. Ufer at the end, man. Like he was gonna get me. Like if there's one more lap in that race, I was done. I don't know. He was just rapid at the last lap there. I thought, oh no, please don't go down like this. Not the last lap, please. No.
Yeah, he was doing it for Meepo out there because apparently Meepo's monitor was going to get smashed if you won the race. So the doctor was doing everything he possibly can.
Well, it's good to know that there's a monitor being smashed in my name. I guess people really don't like to see me succeed, so it's okay. It doesn't happen very often, so yeah. Hopefully he's got triple monitors though, so he still has 2 left.
I expect to be said on the monitor Ocean Chief 1 and he just smashes it with a hammer.
Meepo, just love, not hate, bro. You know,
Exactly.
send some love.
It's just racing.
It's just racing, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, like I say, it was a good race. Like with the qualifying, I thought I had that pole and then cursed, and then I was like, he's too fast for this tier, you know, that kind of thing. But
Mm.
yeah, it was alright in the end. I think I know Curse is a fast driver, but he hasn't played the game in a while, like Vinny. But
Yeah.
that's the problem. Like he was, both of them were just getting faster and faster throughout the race. So yeah, I'm a bit hyped up. Just blabbering away here, so just feel free to throw me out whenever you want.
Well, I got nothing else to say. Biggles, do you have anything to say?
No thanks. I would like to dedicate this one to Misha, my dog, who's sick at the minute, but
Oh,
is on the mend. So big up, Misha.
big up. Hopefully your dog gets better soon. Right, thank you for joining us, Ocean Chief.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'll speak to you
Yeah,
later. Bye.
we. Okay, that's bringing Cursed, since he was the pole man, and then he made a mistake, unfortunately. So, Cursed, you're in the interview room. Welcome.
Epic. Hello, everyone.
Pole position, but then
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, doing the second safety car, I believe you warmed up the tires too much.
It was going good until it wasn't.
Tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Yeah. So I was, strolling up to 130, and I was like, my tires are a wee bit cold. So let's do a little cheeky warming up. And I ended up overestimating the grip level I had. Bunked the wall, cheeky pit stop, and yeah, wasn't very good from that point onwards. But I was reasonably happy with the choices I made until that point of the race, to be honest. So I think there's some good things to look at there.
Yeah, to be honest, you did steal that one extra point from everyone that no one's gonna get, because you did set the fastest lap of a 1:30.666. So you're the devil.
Planned, El Plan.
Yeah, I plan exactly.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy in general, to be fair. It's like my first proper league race back. If you don't count 2S Tier 2, where I got brutally murdered on lap 2 and then died the next lap, but
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Toffee. The top starts.
Top start indeed. Well, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. Is Biggles right here? I don't. My co-commentator is not here. I believe he's having internet issues.
I thank you for a gore.
Yeah. You have anything else to say?
I'd like to thank my race engineers, Tipsy, Bailey, and the funny Saudi Arabian man that went to our VC randomly midway through the race and started playing some Saudi Arabian music. That was pretty cool.
So, okay, fair enough.
That was an experience.
Yep. All right. Thank you for joining us in the interview room.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Right. I am feeling a bit tired because of all of this. I am starving, so unfortunately, I'm not gonna bring in anyone else. So I will be ending the stream here. Unfortunately, Big O's internet is not good. He's running on backup net, so I will be ending the stream alone. Thank you for everyone for joining us and watching the race. Once again, congrats to Ocean Chief for winning the Japanese Grand Prix. And make sure to come back tomorrow for the Tier 3 race at around 6:30 Central Time. It's been Wham here, and we will see you all tomorrow.